Yo, yo, RX back with a recap of a really weak card, if that's the nicest way I could put it. And the card I'm talking about is UFC Vegas 39. It ended a long time ago. Fury and Wilder did also, which I will talk about that a little bit at the end of the video. But it's not in the title because I don't want to milk that shit for it. So, yeah, it was a fun, UFC wise, it was a fun card. It was a short card, but it was a fun card. It was like I think the best way to describe it was the appetizer to the dessert being Wilder and Fury. So yeah, before I get into this, go down, like, comment, yada yada yada. You know what to do by now. But besides that, yeah, let's get into this recap of 9 fights. Oh lord, what a terrible way to start off the card for me. Steve Garcia versus Charlie Ontiveros. Well, I picked a 260 dog, and on the feet, he was definitely not the dog. On the ground, God, he needs work. I think I should have thought about that when he got taken down by Kevin Holland and finished. So yeah, I think Garcia fought like a bitch. He should have stayed on the feet, but that's what I think. I don't know, what do you really want me to say? So, actually, recap it, sorry. Round 1, Ontiveros hurt him bad twice, for, 30, 40 seconds, and then Garcia got the takedown, just grinded on him, cut him open with a elbow. I forget how the elbow was, but it was a vicious elbow, and, yeah. It to open, and then round 2, sorry, he was obviously not nearly as gassed as Ontiveros was, and he was not nearly as bloodied up, so he just took him. He got rocked again, really 3 knockdowns for Ontiveros, and then he got the takedown, just ground pounded Ontiveros out. Well, not out, but TKO. This pick could have made me look like a genius or a dumbass. It made me look like a dumbass, even though Ontiveros put up a better fight than most people thought. Hell, he rocked Garcia 3 times, really winning round 1, even though all 3 scored it for Garcia. I don't know how. I think it's clear Ontiveros won that round, but that's what I think. Either way, it doesn't matter who won round 1 because the fight ended in about a minute and about 2 minutes into round 2. So, yeah, it was not a bad fight to begin the card, but it's not a fight that should be on a UFC card. Ontiveros will probably get cut. He's at 11-8 now, not a good record. And he's not looked good. Holland, he really didn't do shit. Would get slammed and paralyzed. And this fight, he rocked him, but he had no takedown defense. If he could have stopped a takedown or 2, he would have knocked him out. But maybe in a couple years, he's 30 right now. Maybe in a year or 2, get some more wins, some more experience, some more training under your belt. Maybe he can be back in the UFC. And then for Garcia, not a bad performance. I think he's the complete opposite. He needs to work on his stand-up game badly. But yeah, no fight idea for Garcia, obviously, because I think I know of the young guys and gals. I think it's too early to talk about fight ideas. At least that's what I think. But fun fight to open the card, and the first big favorite on the card, cash it, which I think all of them did. Looking at the card, yeah, all the big favorites cashed, all won 3 of them. So, and they're all on the prelims. So, Garcia gets the win, and interested to see what he does next. And yeah, the guy funny thing I was just thinking about was the guy he lost to in his first fight just got arrested again, Luis Pena, for some John Jones type shit. So it's not easy being a Luis Pena fan, you know. But yeah, good for Garcia. And Ontiveros get some takedown DQ. After that, you had a pretty clear-cut fight. Luque Godinez versus Sylvia Gomez Juarez. I said that completely wrong. But, what a fucking performance, all you can say. Luque dominator. If it would've got out of round 1, it would've been a bona fide 10-8. If you ask me, I think it would've been a fucking 10-8. I don't know about you. All she did was, she outstruck her, she got her to the ground, she fucked her. Is it because Gomez came in on short notice? Is it because Lupe's better? Is it because Gomez is 36? I don't know, but goddamn, Lupe looked good. Again, I'm not gonna fucking act like Gomez is a huge win, but it's not a bad one. A veteran, I don't know. I don't know what to say about just domination. She just dominated her. She bona fide 7-0. Big Marcel on Twitter agrees. She's really 7-0 if she did not get robbed against Jessica Panay. And yeah, great performance. But I'll talk about Fighty in a second. But to talk about Gomez, I highly doubt she'll get another fight in the UFC. She was gonna be on Contender Series, but that fell through. So I think this was her more talked about DWCS fight, and she blew it. Can I blame her? No. She had no chance. She was not gonna get a miracle win and a contract and all this at 36. If she was 26, then we could fucking talk. But I doubt. Anyone who she was gonna fight in Contender Series is fucking 16 years, or no, sorry, 11 years younger, and the Brazilian, so she would get taken down either way. Really no good outcome for Gomez no matter what happened, but at least she stepped in on short notice and saved the fight. Gotta give her props for that. So she's not gonna have another UFC fight, I doubt it. Maybe she will feed her to I don't know, a up and comer. But now we can talk about who I think Lupe should fight next. And if I had to give a fight idea, I think it would be Felice Herring. Yeah, a veteran, ranked 15th. That's not bad. Or maybe Poliana Viana. I think that'd be another banger of a fight. I don't think you'd go wrong with either. They could feed her another can like Sam Hughes, but I really would not get the logic in doing that. I think over 2 fights she's proven she's game, beating Jessica Panay and squashing Gomez. So I don't know what she has to do to fight an actual fighter. No, not actually Jessica Panay. It's looked really good lately. So I think Herring or Poliana Viana. And yeah, not much more to say. She got a bonus. I'll talk about bonuses at the end of the recap, but she deserved it. Dominating. Great win for Lupe, 7-0. After that, fucking hell, there was blood. Damon Jackson versus Charles Elsa. Wow. You want to talk about a little bit of blood, don't you, boy? Round 1, again, to recap, round one was a striking affair, so not too much good. And then round 2 was a grappling match. We all expected that. I would say it was, I'm gonna remember this fight, probably 1-1. And Was it? Yeah, I think it was 1-1. At least on my scorecard. It might have been different on others. But I think I had it 1-1. And then in round 3, it started off with Rosa doing this spinning elbow, or not, where he turned around and moved his right elbow back, not spinning, and then Damon grabbed his stomach and took him down. I know it's a terrible way to describe that, but just look it up on YouTube. And very much they just wrestled, got blood everywhere in round 3, and I think clear Damon won. Good fight, really good, fun fight. Could have been fight of the night, but it wasn't. Yeah, props to both guys. Rosa really didn't show up. Damon overperformed, and Rosa barely performed. He was not all there. He should have really tried harder. Really good fight. Talk about a fight idea for Damon at least. He's not been the best in UFC, but a fight I think that'd be cool with me, like Chas Skelly. I think that'd be a fun one. Or maybe Mike Trezano. One of those two would be intriguing. Or just something. Like, he fought a little Tapoya in the fight before this, so the UFC looks high on him if they're giving a little Tapoya him. So, yeah. Hell, maybe like Hakeem Dawodu even. I think that would be a fun one. But, yeah, great fight. Great fight. To talk about Rosa. Maybe age is catching up to him. He is 35. I think he turned 35 about a month ago, yeah. I'm not saying any retirement, none of that, but either he's not all there mentally or he's not all there physically. I don't know, I'm not a doctor or him, but he did not look great in this fight. He looked decent at points, but it looks like he never could put it all together, just like who we'll talk about in our main event later. But he just never looked like he could put it all together. I don't know why. He did good in a round, won it, and then landed the elbow, and well, besides that, he did nothing. So it's like, looking at how he's been doing lately, I'm not saying UFC will cut him. I think he's I don't think he's close to being cut. Yeah, he's win-loss. Yeah, he's not won or lost consecutive fights his whole career. So, not saying he's had an easy career. Burgos, Yair, Dennis Seaver, Bryce Mitchell. So, not easy fights, but when he's fought lower ranked guys skill-wise, he's won. So, maybe that says something. Maybe he, maybe move up. I don't know. Rosa needs to do something. And then for Damon, like that, keep moving up, boy. That hairline's fucking terrible, but some shit you can't fix. Great fight, and someone clean that fucking mat. After that, you got the featured prelim 4 fights in. Because everyone on his fucking card had to get COVID or pull out. Or if you're Phil Hall, you're a little bitch who didn't want to fight on short notice. But the featured prelim, Alexander Romanov versus Jared Vandeer. This went exactly how I expected it to go. Romanov dominated. He moved up to around -600 by fight time, which is crazy. I think he was fine at 400, but damn, he looked like he was worthy of 600. Jared Vandeer is not good. Like, I'm not even gonna act like Romanov be a top guy, but goddamn, Jared Vandeer is terrible. I think at this point he might get cut. He's now 1-2 in UFC. He's won one against Justin Tough. Justin Tough was fucking terrible also. So, it's kind of like, yeah, it's a weird situation. And then for Romanov, he really should be 14-1. I don't know how he won. Sorry about that. How he won that Espino fight, but he did. I don't agree with it, but he did. And now he's 15-0, and people are talking about him fighting ranked guys. Do I agree with this? Nah, in a way, yes. And if you want me to talk about the fight with just Romanov suplexing and outstriking him the whole time, I don't know. I don't think I really need to say that. But yeah, people are talking about either him against Ivanov, or the fight I like more is Shamil, who just lost, and I get Shamil. So they're both ranked around the same. Shamil's 8th and Evil is 13th, so either way it's a ranked fight. Maybe if you want to talk about unranked fight, maybe a little Latifi, that'd be a fun one. Yeah. So if you want an unranked fight, I think you definitely go with Latifi. If you want a ranked fight, I think Shamil, or like people were saying, Ivanov. And then for Jared, like I said, I think they'll give him one more fight, maybe against a Cam or a lesser opponent who ain't that good, like Chase Sherman or someone like that. Because he's not. Parker Porter would be a perfect fight. They both suck. But, yeah, Romanov's moving up in the rankings. And just this year, we've had Chris Dawkins, Tom Aspinall, and Alexander Romanov all debut. I saw that in a tweet. I was like, holy shit, the heavyweight division's getting good again. We have a new crop of fighters. Aspinall looks like a killer. Dawkins fighting Derek Lewis in a main event already, and Romanov's climbing. So it's gonna be interesting to see the heavyweight division in 2022. By this time next year, Aspinall and Dawkins they might be fighting each other for the belt. So heavyweight's feeling good, but Jared Vanderveer, you're not one of those guys people are talking about. Great performance by Romanov. Did not get a bonus, but he did cash out my lock of the night. So that was the prelims, and 4 fights. Not bad fights though. A lot of blood, so can't complain too much. Blood makes every fight good. After that we go into the main card, a 5-fight main card. So how long are we in? Almost 20 minutes. So this will probably be done around the 30-minute mark, and we can talk a little bit about some boxing. But we gotta talk about this fight no one cared about first, which is Chris Gutierrez versus Felipe Colares. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I barely paid attention to this fight because I could not care less. It's clear Chris won 30-27 or 29-28. It was a split. It was 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27. Which whoever scored 29-28, I think after those scorecards should feel stupid, because if you are the one picking 29-28 for the other guy, and the other two are 30-27, most likely the 30-27s aren't wrong. So just saying. But from what I did pay attention to, it was a fine fight. Nothing gonna fucking blow your doors off, but nothing that was terrible. It's two decent fighters. I think Felipe. I don't think Felipe is that good personally. That's what I think. I think Chris, on the other hand, turned it up after round 1, and was like, I need to win this fight, and he did. He definitely did. He's climbing up. He's now on a 5-fight win streak. He's climbing. He's definitely climbing these ranks. 5-1 in his last 6, but who cares about the details? if I had to give a fight to you, he's climbing these ranks. I'm not saying a ranked guy yet, trust me, I'm not crazy. But maybe, how about Hani Barcelos? That would be a fun one. Yeah, think about it, that would be a great fight. Get Gutierrez versus Barcelos. I think that'd be a fun one, Dana. And then for Felipe, no idea what they're gonna do with him. Obviously, they're not gonna get rid of him. He's 10-3. This is his first loss in the UFC, or second loss in the UFC. Let me check. This is his. Oh wow, actually, this is his third. He's 2-3 in the UFC. I don't think they'll cut him. You know, I think he should be on a 3-fight skid. I don't know how he won the Luke Saunders fight. That's still bullshit, but different story. I don't think Felipe is that good, personally. But, yeah, Gutierrez is good, and I think him and Ronnie Barcelos would be a fucking war. Yeah. Not much to say. The minus 250 favorite wins like he should have. Yeah. Terrible split decision, but the right guy won. After that, oh, now we get into the spicy water, the really spicy. What am I doing with my life? Marina Acapella, or however Giant says it, versus Sabrina Mazzo. Ooh, doggy, what an ass beating this was. Acapella fucking laid it on Mazzo. I'll talk about Mazzo in a second, but god damn, did Acapella look good. But you know, I'm like trying to be biased. I like Acapella. She's like 2 of my IG posts over the last like 3 days. Just saying, I'm cool. But she's looked fucking amazing lately. Well, in this fight, I'm getting ahead of myself. Calm down, Rex. She lost the last fight, but that was bullshit. No, she looked fucking amazing. She used her reach, which she had a. Actually, she had a little smaller reach. Damn. She just outstruck Mazzo for 2 rounds, which were easily to Acapella. And then in round 3, she landed such a clean shot. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Probably on Twitter or YouTube. Such a clean fucking shot. And then, as Mazzo's fucking just hitting the ground, Acapella jumps on her back, rear naked choke, it's over. That's her fucking killer instinct. That I've never seen a fucking woman fighter do that so fast. Dude, she literally, and if you blink, if you fucking blinked, you saw 1 second they're standing, the next second Mazzo's tapping out on her fucking knees. Acapellas are scary, man, in a couple ways. And then for Mazzo, she's overrated. I learned that in her last fight against Alexis Davis, which I did not pick Alexis Davis. My boy Payne did, who I'll link right now. He did pick Davis, who I think was a huge fucking underdog too, if I'm correct. Yeah, plus 185 though. God, that was a good line. She got 30-27 by fucking Alexis Davis, so that gave me a little bit of worry. And when I saw they booked her against Acapella, I was like, are you trying to get her fucking killed, Dana? Because that was terrible matchmaking, because you're trying to get her killed. So now she lost back to back in terrible fashion. What the fuck do you do with Mazzo? She's now proven that she ain't good. And now what? I don't know. I don't think Mazzo's a lost cause. She's literally 24. They both are. She's not 34. That's a 2. She still has possibly 20 years left in the MMA game. I don't think she's a lost cause yet. But for Acapella, dang. Fight idea for Acapella. I don't think ranked yet. I don't think you can give her a ranked fighter yet. But people are talking about Molly McCain, and I think she called out what's the fuck's her name? I forget who she called out, but she really has some beef with that one chick. What's her fucking name? I think the Iron Lady bitch, Murza. I'm drunk. No, not GDR either. But Acapella looks better than ever. I think either give her Molly McCain, JJ Aldridge maybe, or who she did call out. And for Mazzo, man, you better fucking win your next fight. Especially being the favorite. How the fuck was Mazzo the favorite here? Because Acapella gassed in the last fight. So, that's one fight. That was a year ago. Move on. That was not 2 weeks ago. That was a year ago. That's a one-time occurrence and it won't happen again. People are fucking like, they suck Mazzo's dick for no reason lately. Against Davis, yes, she should have been that big of a favorite and she blew it. Against Acapella, she should be nowhere near the favorite. English. Nowhere near the favorite. So, that's what I think. Great performance by Acapella. And, that division better keep their eyes on her. She's 20. Dude, that flyweight, I think she's like a normal flyweight. But just this year, flyweight has got Casey O'Neill, Manon Fiorot, Marina Acapella, and Marina Maverick. Holy shit! If Valentina stays around long enough, she's gonna have some fights. Fierro, who's fighting next week. Casey O'Neill, who's looked great in her 3 fights and just whooped her sister's ass. Marina Maverick, who just beat Macy Barber, bullshit robbery, on Barber's part because she won that fight, but robbery. And Acapella, who just looked better than ever. So, Val, watch your back. You can keep killing cans like Lauren Murphy and Jennifer Maya, but the new crop's coming for that belt. Watch your back, boy. But great performance by Acapella and Mazzo, not being the favorite. After that, we got a interesting one. Massive Nikolau versus Tim Elliott. In round 1, Elliott dominated him, veteranship, just outsmarted him everywhere. And then Nikolau figured out what to do and he just stopped it. In round 2. And in round 3, it's pretty much the same shit as round 2. Nikolau just did what he had to do to win. Like, nothing crazy happened. If you want to go rewatch this fight, watch highlights on YouTube if there are any. I think it was a clear 29-28 for Nikolau. And the big news coming out of this is James Krause saying in between round 2 and 3, you're up 2-0. James is usually a great coach. I think James is hands down top 3 best coaches in MMA. He just coaches shitty fighters for some reason. Which one of his boys are fighting next week, Julian Marquez, so let's see if he can bounce back. But, yeah, he made a bad call. I don't know how he thinks Tim won round 2. I get you want to be biased and hype your fighter up, but lying to them ain't gonna help. And he posted some shit on Instagram, shit like, oh, I'll remember that for the rest of my career. I made a mistake. Man, that was a bad mistake. If you can bounce back next week, people might forget about the Elliott thing, but right now, people are looking at you, James. People are looking at you, man. And for Tim, he should not let his foot off the gas pedal. He's the fucking veteran in this fight. He's like, okay, I'm up 2-0. I'm up 2-0 mentally, I guess. And he's like, yeah, let me just fall asleep at the wheel. Can't do that, man. You're not fighting Ryan Benoit or Jordan Espinoza. You're fighting Nikolau. I blame Tim and James for that loss. And veteran, come on, Tim, you're a veteran. And for Nikolau, at round 1 he looked terrible. I'm not even gonna cap. He looked fucking terrible in round 1. In round 2 and 3, he did exactly what he had to do to win. He just fought smarter. Mainly because Tim fucking fell asleep at the wheel, but that's Tim's fault, not Nikolau. to give a fight for these two ranked flyweights, I think Nikolau's probably gonna move up to around 9th or 8th, and maybe he can fight Brandon Royval, or yeah, I think Royval would be a fun one. And I think Tim should fight who he was booked to fight before, isn't that Samadari guy, or maybe Tyson Nam. That'd be a fun one. But yeah, not much to say about this fight. It should have been a better fight, at least on paper, but still a good fight in my opinion. Not fight of the night, but worthy, but a good fight. And no, it did not win fight of the night. Good performance by Nikolau and Tim and James, man. That was a bad mistake. After that, the co-main event of the evening, which was actually a really good fight. Randy Brown versus Jared Gooden. And no, I'm not rushing this. I'm just talking fast. Really good fight. Like, possibly could have been fight of the night. And it wasn't, but still a war. In round 1, it was close. Randy front kicked Jared in the face and rocked him and broke his big toe on his, I think it was his right foot. I don't remember, one of his 2 feet. And they just talked about that the whole fight. And round 2, more of the same. Like, the big thing in the whole fight was him breaking his toe on Gooden's face. So, but pretty much round 1, 2, and pretty much round 2 and 3 were just Randy and Jared swinging, but Randy doing more to win. And he won. I think it was unanimous 30-27, which sure I agree. I could have thought it being 29-28, but that's up for people to decide. And yeah, it was a fun fight, really fun fight. I said don't be shocked if Gooden wins. He did not win, but I still think the minus 255 line was really weird. I still don't agree with it looking back, but I can't control that shit. Randy did not call anyone out specifically, but he did want a top ranked guy. A lot of people are saying D-Rod, but I think him and Muslim Salikov, if he doesn't have a fight, would be a really good one. I don't know why. Either D-Rod or Salikov would be a really good fight. And he's on a 2-fight winning streak now, dominating Alex Oliveira before this, but Alex Oliveira's looking washed as fuck lately, so, yeah. Yeah, Salikov and D-Rod both don't have a fight, so either one of those 2 guys would work perfectly. But, yeah, not too much to say. A really good fight. It was a war. I think I would have gave this fight of the night, personally, but we all know why the UFC did the bonuses, how they did, which, like I said, we'll get to them later. But again, good fight. Randy broke his fucking toe on Gooden's giant head. So, and I'm not gonna give an idea for Gooden. I think they gave him a top guy too quick. Cause yeah, we all know he squished fucking Nikolai Stoltz. Randy Brown is not fucking Stoltz. But I don't think you feed him another can like Stoltz. I think, maybe someone. How about Wesley Alves? That'd be a fun one. Wesley Alves. Jared and Wesley Alves, Randy and Salikov were D-Rod. Fight to make, Dana. But yeah, great fight. Motherfucker. The main event of the evening. God damn it, darn. Marina Rodriguez versus Mackenzie Dern. Oh, motherfucker. Where do I start? In round 1, 3 and 5 were literally all the same. Marina just made Dern look like she'd never done a minute of sparring. And in round 2, people call it 10-8 for Dern because she got to the mat and kept her there. I don't see the 10-8 there, but that's what I think. She did win the round, obviously, but I don't see the 10-8. And then round 4 was back and forth. I scored it for Durham, personally, but either way, she would have lost. And that's, like, Marina won the only way Marina could have won, striking. But when on paper, when you look at it, oh, Marina winning by decision, she must have kept on the feet and had a good fight. She kept on the feet and she fucking crushed Durham. Durham looked like she'd never done a minute of fucking sparring. She was throwing sloppy punches. I said this in round 1. About halfway through, she was looking sloppy, and it made me scared. And throughout the whole fight, I was proven right. She fought sloppy as fuck for no reason. Why did she fight sloppy as fuck? I don't know. But did pressure get to her being in her first main event? I don't get it. I think and I said this during the fight. Her coach was telling her everything she has to do to win. Don't get it to the ground. Don't do stupid shit. She just would not listen. Just like fucking, what's his face? I read what I was talking, Rosa. She just would not fucking listen and do what she has to do to win. Was she not all there mentally because she was under the spotlight? I don't know. The only person who knows in that cage was Mackenzie Dern. Why did she look so bad? Rodriguez, goddamn, she looked amazing. She looked like Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who she did call out and said Joanna should not be ranked because she does not fight. And trust me, I love Joanna. She's my second favorite female fighter. But she's not wrong, Marina, because Joanna's been off for, by the time she fights in, probably gonna be 2 years. In a couple months, it's gonna be 2 years since we saw Joanna violence, and I don't like that. And it hurts my heart. We need Joanna back. Please, 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 Dana. Marina Rodriguez versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk, 2022. Please, hashtag Rodriguez versus Jędrzejczyk. Please, please, Dana, please. And then for Mac, if I'm her coach, next time she walks into the gym, I'm like, are you here? Mentally? Okay, you are? Then all day we're working on striking. You don't need to work on grappling anymore. You're already the best grappler in the division. You can sub anyone on any day. You need to learn how to strike. And I'll even call myself up for this and saying Mac Dern has striking skills after Jandaroba fight. I should probably put into effect Jandaroba, the fucking grappler. And even Jandaroba got her striking to look great in her last fight, and Mackenzie Dern did not in this fight. So, yeah, Dern did have a good striking fight with another woman, but it's a woman who's as shitty as a striker as she was at that point. Another grappler. The cliche grappler versus grappler turned into a striking match. So, I don't know, I think Max should either fight Jan Shalnan or Claudia, maybe Tisha even. But I think Dern versus Jan and Claudia versus Tisha, personally, I think those would be really fun fights. But yeah, like not much, actually a lot to say here. But Marina looked great. Please hashtag Rodriguez versus Jędrzejczyk, and Dern, please girl, get some fucking striking. Please. And yeah, that was UFC. I'll get to Fury and Wilder in a minute, but the bonuses for the night were not showing up on Tapology, but I remember performance bonuses were Acapella and Luque. The 5 of the night were Durham and Rodriguez. We all know why they did the bonuses like that, because I think Gordon and Randy should have got 5 of the night, or even Rosa and Jackson, but I don't think you go wrong either way. But they wanted to make themselves look good by getting all women bonuses, so good job, UFC. I don't disagree with any of the bonuses, but I think 5 of the night is questionable. On my picks, I didn't do great. 6 of 9, 3 perfect, 375. Not a good night. Yeah, I did finish 209th in the world, 2009. Kind of funny. I only had 3 wrong. Ontiveros, Rosa, and Durham. I'll man up to those 3. Durham fucked me over. Rosa looked terrible, and Ontiveros gets some takedown defense. Good night for a 9-fight card and having a better boxing match on later in the night. It was a fun night of fights. Next week, god damn, I'm gonna have to break that card down, is looking terrible. So that was UFC. To touch on Fury and Wilder a little bit. God damn, that was the fight of the day. That fight was fucking great. Fury and Wilder, easily the third fight being the best fight of the 3. I don't even think that's a question, because the second fight was an ass beating, and the first fight, I guess, if you want to say that was the best one, I don't remember. I remember, but I haven't watched it in a couple years. But yeah, it was a great fight. First about 4 or 5 rounds were pretty close, because Wilder did not gas himself yet. Wilder did knock Fury down twice, but Fury knocked him down once within the first 3 rounds. But after that, round 6, you could tell Wilder was gassing or gassed, and Fury was just dominating. And it was from round 7-ish to 10 was just Fury fucking killing him. And then round 11, he landed a clean shot that put Wilder to sleep after all the damage Deontay took. I'll give Deontay a little bit of respect. He had a great chin. I think they are wearing fucking pillows on their hands, but that's boxing for you. Respect to Deontay. He kept in there. Probably too long and too tough for his own good, but he kept in there. And I don't know what excuse he can make this time, because he just fine. If you want to say some bullshit for a second fight, fine. This was literally Tyson's better, and now Tyson should fight that Luque. I forget how you say his name. I don't know Luque too well. All I know is Tyson would probably win, and I think Deontay fights either AJ or Ruiz. But I don't know too much about boxing. Maybe there's another guy he could fight, but again, I don't know much about boxing. I just watch the big fights because I'll admit I'm a casual when it comes to boxing. Great fight. Tyson was the minus 250 favorite, so I don't know why people bet on Wilder and now are pissed about it, but that's boxing geniuses for you. And yeah, great fight, easily the best fight of the day. And I feel like UFC was a really good appetizer to this fight. But yeah, great night of fights, great day of fights, because UFC was early as hell. But yeah, I had fun today. I picked Tyson, of course, by the way. But yeah, great night of fights. And yeah, you'll see me again Friday for a breakdown of the great UFC Vegas 40 Dumont versus Ladd. I hope you enjoyed the video. You know what to do again, like yada yada yada. And yeah, besides that, guys, RX out. Hashtag Rodriguez versus Young Jacek. Come on, Dana. Peace.